What is going on, Lakers Nation? Whew. What do we have here with the Los Angeles Lakers? What did we just witness last night against the Boston Celtics? It's that time. We always have to have that real conversation on if the Lakers can compete with the better teams in the NBA. And once again, their lack of physicality, their lack of attention to detail on the defensive end of the floor. I know all you guys. I know what you want to do. Oh, it was the refs. It's Lakers versus the refs. The Celtics had every single whistle. I know exactly what you guys are sitting here talking about. I seen all your guys' tweets. I seen all Lakers fans' frustration all over social media. But I'm here to let you guys know that is not the case. There are some real things that need to be discussed when the Lakers go up against the better teams in the NBA. We have to dive into this because they let one almost get away. Let's not forget on Friday night against the Los Angeles Clippers, they almost let that one get away. The Clippers are right there hanging with them. And then what happens? It trickles over to the Boston Celtics team, who unfortunately we cannot stand when they step in Lakers home arena. But when you go out there and you get outmatched physically like that, you have to go out there and you have to keep it real when it comes to this Lakers team. But of course, I can't wait to talk about last night's performance from the Lakers, but I have to talk about my beautiful friends at Pachanga Resort Casino, and you can play a perfect combination at Pachanga Resort Casino, the official Native American resort and casino of the Los Angeles Lakers. Skip the traffic. Head on over to Pachanga Resort Casino just off the I-15 in Temecula. Visit pachanga.com or call 888 Pachanga for reservations and for more information. By the way, let me slow down a little bit. Before I get into the nitty-gritty of Lakers versus Celtics last night, especially how could the Lakers ruin Pat Riley statue night? How could they do that on a night where Pat Riley gets honored with a statue right outside Crypto.com arena? Mm, mm, mm. But did you guys see me courtside? You guys didn't see me courtside last night? Your boy was courtside. I pretty much was courtside because I was at Cosm Los Angeles last night. And let me tell you something. It basically felt like I was courtside at Crypto.com arena last night. Ooh, wee. The Dome. If you guys have not checked out Cosm Los Angeles, I'm telling you guys right now, you have to go check out the Dome. It was remarkable. It was one of the better experiences I have had watching sports. The food was incredible. Your boy, had to go with the lemon pepper wings, man. The lemon pepper wings are off the chain. And even the tacos that they had, the birria tacos, it was pretty good. I must say, Cosmo Los Angeles is a wonderful place. And if you guys have the opportunity to go check it out, you must do so. Your boy was even sitting right next to Lionel Richie. I was sitting right next to Lionel Richie. I even gave him a little dap, said what's up to him. That's how close it felt when I was right there, sitting right there at the Dome at Cosmo Los Angeles. And just to give you guys a little more information about it, Cosmo takes the NBA to a new level where every play comes to life, putting you right on the basketball court. Enjoy immersive games in the Dome that wrap you in the heart-pounding action of every assist, three-pointer, and dunk. And the wall-to-wall multi-view display, in the hall at Cosm is the ultimate home for basketball fans, I must say. Don't forget to indulge in the carefully curated menus featuring delicious fan favorites and crafted cocktails. Experience the game like never before. Get your tickets now at Cosm.com. So, if you guys have not, you must go check out Cosm Los Angeles. It was dope. Now, let's get into it, man. Because what I seen last night with the Lakers and the Celtics, whew, oh my goodness. I can't I can't defend this team. The Lakers and their big three. They are 8-4. 8-4 in the 12 games they play with each other. You know where those four losses came from? Better opponents. Teams that have a better record than the Los Angeles Lakers. Got the Rockets now, because remember, Lakers are in the mix. They're in that in-between mode in the Western Conference. Remember, those losses came from the Rockets, the Spurs, the Celtics, and of course the Phoenix Suns, who the Lakers are right in the mix. That is where the Lakers are at. They have not gotten the job done against better opponents when you go by record wise. You go out there and you see what the Lakers are doing, coming out flat footed, not having any energy, not having any effort. How many offensive rebounds were we going to see from the Boston Celtics? How many times do we have to see Nemias Queta go out there and get an offensive rebound after offensive rebound over DeAndre Ayton? DeAndre Ayton had 25 minutes. 25 minutes. Only 4 points and 7 rebounds. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. Peyton Pritchard coming off the bench for the Boston Celtics. And don't get me wrong, let's not get it twisted. Peyton Pritchard is, for his size and what he can do offensively, he is really, really skilled and is someone that is respected in the entire NBA. He had 30 points off of 10 of 14 shooting. 30 points off of 10 of 14 shooting. And I understand the one going to halftime, very, very tough shot. Off a step back, contested, going to halftime, Celtics get a 10-point lead. And then the one at the end of the quarter, Peyton Pritchard once again, step back, knocks down a shot, really was contested. But there's a reason why the Boston Celtics are notorious for this when it comes to Peyton Pritchard. If you guys have caught, I'm pretty sure, if you guys have caught some Boston Celtics games, he is one of those where they give the ball to when the clock is winding down. He is, for some reason, clutch when it comes to the clock winding down in buzzer beater situations. That is what he is known for. What frustrates me with this Lakers team is the Celtics got that one production off the bench and Peyton Pritchard. Hell, even Nikola Vucevic came in there and was getting what? 2 feet in the paint, catching the ball, hook shot after hook shot. He had 9 points in 21 minutes and 8 rebounds off the bench. Very effective. This is what Joe Mazzulla gets out of his guys. You know one thing when you come against a Boston Celtics team, and I hate giving the Boston Celtics praise. I really, really do, especially on Lakers Talk Daily. I really, really despise giving this Boston Celtics team any sort of praise and what they did against the Lakers last night. But I got to give credit to Joe Mazzulla and how he has his guys ready to play. They came out there and they punched the Lakers right in the mouth, and they had no response. And this is another game where, like, all right, here we go. Lakers big three. They're starting once again. We got Luka, we got LeBron, we got AR. Let's see what this team can do. They beat the Los Angeles Clippers, a Clippers team that they were very, very grateful to escape with that win. I know John Collins went out with the injury. I know Kawhi Leonard went out late in the game with the ankle sprain. So Lakers, I'm not going to say they're fortunate. I'm glad they came out there with that win. The way they had to squeeze by that win against the Clippers. I know the Clippers have gave a lot of teams good games, better games. Hell, they gave the Orlando Magic, who the Lakers are going to see tomorrow night, which I will discuss with you on the second half of Lakers Talk Daily. Clippers gave Orlando Magic a run for their money. But when you go in and you know that you're playing against the Boston Celtics, you know what the atmosphere is going to be like. It is your rival. Hell, even everything that was leading up to this game, Pat Riley night, there should be a lot of emotion, a lot of let's go out there and let's get a dub. No, that was not the case. I understand everyone wants to complain about Peyton Pritchard's push-offs, about Jaylen Brown, his extending the arm, getting push-offs. We can sit there and complain about the referees. We can sit there and voice frustration about Luka Doncic not getting the whistle, Austin Reeves not getting the whistle, LeBron James not getting the whistle. We can be frustrated about Nemias Queta getting in his hand in between the net, which was it goaltending? Yes. Yes, it was goaltending. Getting his hand through the basket. No goaltending call. What does the Celtics do? They get out, they run, they get a layup in transition. I just got to look at this stat sheet. Jaylen Brown, once again, it's not like he had an efficient night. He shot 10 of 28, but what is he doing? He's getting to his mid-range. He's getting to his spots. When you're JJ Redick and you go into this game and you have the scouting report against the Boston Celtics, what is this Boston Celtics team known for under the Joe Mazzulla era? They are known for catch and shoot threes. Catch and shoot, catch and shoot, catch and shoot. This Celtics team damn near puts up 43s 30 to 43 is the game. They get them up. And what happens when you allow a team like the Celtics to get second chance opportunities, kick out for a three-pointer? At some point, it's going to bite you. And I understand when you have Luka Doncic and you get the firiness of him, and that is the beauty of his game, is that he's going to sit there, he's going to bring that edge, that firiness, he's going to direct a lot of that towards the referees. But if you're Luka Doncic and you knock down a three and you're upset that you don't get a foul call, and then what happens on the other end when you're not getting back on defense? You're not getting back on defense, and the Celtics get a layup in transition. That is a quick turnaround. Stuff like that cannot happen. You're Ross Reeves. You're getting frustrated. You're getting a technical foul. Boston Celtics get to the free throw line. You're JJ Redick. Frustration's at an all-time high. You feel like the team's not getting the same calls as the Boston Celtics were. What happens? Technical foul. Boston Celtics are shooting free throws. You can't allow a team like the Boston Celtics just come out there and just be a lot more physical. A lot more physical than what you are. If you're the Los Angeles Lakers, you got to match that physicality. And they failed to do that. And it sucks because it wasn't like the Lakers were down by that much going into halftime. Lakers were actually, it was a real competitive game in that first half. Shot selections did not go their way. I know they missed a lot of shots. And hell, Marcus Smart. Hey, look, I understand that there's moments that you can knock down a three-point ball, but 0-7 and 0-5 from three. And I was sitting there looking at JJ Redick, just seeing him. I'm like, at what point in this stretch for Marcus Smart, the Celtics are leaving wide open and he has failed to knock down a shot? When are you going to sub in Luke Kennard? Luke Kennard only got 4 shots up in 21 minutes. That is another issue. And that is another problem that the Lakers have, is that we thought by Lakers getting Luke Kennard is that they will get more from their bench. And he's still failing to get. I know it's only 4 games in for Luke Kennard. But if you're JJ Redick and you see Marcus Smart struggling out there, and I know he provides a lot on the defensive end of the basketball court, but his shooting did not help the Lakers. And if anything, it hurt them because the Celtics were able to get out and run, and the Lakers failed to do what? Get back on transition defense. The physicality was not matched. The Celtics were getting second chance after second chance opportunities. Kick out, wide open three. The physicality the Lakers fail to do. And that's what worries me going into this game against the Orlando Magic, because Orlando Magic are the same type of team. They might not get as many three-point shots up as the Boston Celtics, but they are a physical team. So I'm going to take a little break because there's more to be discussed in regards to this game against the Boston Celtics last night, because it's eye-telling. This is a real eye test in regards to this Lakers team. And honestly, there's some big concerns of them losing 4, their big 3, losing 4 games against the better teams in the NBA. So we got to discuss that. We got to discuss more as far as this lineup. We got to discuss more as far as this Lakers second unit, because they're not getting the answers they deserve. Rui Hachimura. I know. And I'm very, very big on Rui Hachimura because I do believe he does good things in spurts, but you can't have it in spurts. It needs to be consistent. Jake LaRavia, where are you at? Luke Kennard not getting enough shots up. There's a lot of stuff to discuss amongst this Lakers team. So I'm going to take a little break. I'm going to let my partners at Pachanga give you guys a quick word.
At Pachanga Resort Casino, you can rock and roll, sip and slide, twist and shout. Play your perfect combination at Pachanga Resort Casino, official Indian gaming sponsor of the Lakers.
Whew. Man, oh man. Lakers lose last night to the Boston Celtics 111-89 on a Pat Riley statue unveiling night. It just sucks to see this Lakers team go out there and put up a performance like that, because they have the pieces. They have 3-star guys who can go out there and get the job done. And LeBron, Luka, Austin Reeves. But once again, you got to look at this Lakers defense. And I gave a lot of credit to JJ Redick, and I still do, of him making some adjustments going into the second half of this NBA season. Remember, he implemented that 2-3 zone, the zone of matchups to kind of create a little confusion to opposing teams. But once again, when you run into a team like the Boston Celtics, who everyone thought they were punting this season because Jason Tatum was out. Remember that. Everyone thought the Boston Celtics was going to be a playing team at best due to Jason Tatum and due to the way the roster was constructed because they traded away a lot of their guys. But they're proving once again when you got out there and you got a coach who is able to make a lot of adjustments. I'm not saying JJ Redick doesn't, but there's moments where you feel like, hey, when are we going to take the steps necessary to keep on switching things up, especially when you know you got a lot of deficiencies on the defensive end of the floor. Boston Celtics are 37-19, testament to how their team has bought in. And that's what worries me with this team because are there guys who are buying into this product? Are they? Remember, the whole philosophy is this Lakers team, they have enough to score. They have enough to outscore guys, which they do on certain nights, on certain occasions, depending on who they are playing. But when you run into a team, again, I hate giving the Boston Celtics praise, but you got to when they go out there and they play hard like that. You can't sit there and try to outscore teams. You got to be able to defend the basketball. I don't care about the referees. I do not. Yes, were the refs bad? Yes, they were bad. But it does not make up for the fact that the Boston Celtics were able to get 2 feet inside the paint every single time. Where's the rim protection at? Hey, why can't guys keep guys in front? Austin Reeves. How many times are we going to see Peyton Pritchard? You know it's bad when he's sitting there smiling. You can literally see them sitting him smiling when he's on a one-on-one situation. And how is he able to get 2 feet inside the paint like that every single time? Austin Reeves got picked on once again. And scoring 15 points, 4-10 shooting, but he wasn't able to get to his spots because he only shot 7 free throws. Luka Doncic shoots 10 free throws a game. He leads the NBA in free throw attempts. He only had 6. The refs, credit to them, they were letting them play. The refs were letting them play as far as the Celtics on the defensive end of the floor because they know how intense they can be, how physical they are. So in regards to getting back to JJ Redick, because I see you guys voicing your frustration in regards to this Lakers team, in regards to JJ Redick and how can he make adjustments. Well, the whole point of this Lakers team is trying to fix their defensive problems is what? We've seen it, a zone. Matchup zone, if you want to call it, 2-3 zone, if you want to call it, however you guys see it. At some point, it lands in them matching up in a one-on-one situation. But when you play against a team like the Boston Celtics, who love to do what? Catch and shoot 3. You can't play a zone. It doesn't work. Derek White is going to get him up. Jaylen Brown is going to get him up. Peyton Pritchard is going to get him up. Sam Howard is going to get those 3-point shots up. They are a catch and shooting team. Catch and 3. They're going to 3. That's what they love. Catch and shoot. So if you're the Lakers, the zone is not going to work in that scenario. So then you got to rely on what? A man-to-man principle. A man-to-man defensive principle. Which what? You don't have. You don't have the numbers to do so. And I'm going to give the Lakers a little bit of leeway only because there's 12 games as a big 3. Only 12 games that they have played with each other. But that was been the worry going in to the second half, knowing that there was only 28 games, now 26 games remaining, is that this is probably not enough for them to fix the minor tweaks and adjustments needed and necessary, not only for the offensive end, but also on the defensive end of the basketball court. And I just want to read this stat from you. We can give all this stuff in regards to LeBron, Luka, and Austin Reeves, who I feel like they need to do a better job and set the tone on the defensive end of the basketball court. Luka Doncic has set the tone. He has to take more pride in that end. I get it. He does a lot of things great offensively, but we need more out of him on the defensive end of the basketball court. You need more out of Austin Reeves on the defensive end of the basketball court. It's hard to try to rely on LeBron James on the defensive end of the basketball court, but there is times where he gets lost And he stands and sits there and ball watches, and guys are sitting there cutting and moving. It was not good from the starting five, but this where it leads me into this. It trickled down into the rotational unit. Peyton Pritchard, once again, had 30 points off of 10 of 14 shooting. Do you know what Marcus Smart, Laravia, Hachimura, Jared Vanderbilt, and DeAndre Ayton combined for? 16 points off of 7 of 25 shooting. And unfortunately, Jackson Hayes went out early with that injury. The Lakers could have definitely used some of his energy and effort, especially Luka Doncic in a pick and roll game, his ability to roll to the basket. But this is not enough. This is not enough to try to figure out what needs to be corrected on that end of the basketball court. And honestly, this was just a game where the physicality was just not matched right from the start. And honestly, I do feel like there was moments where I seen JJ Redick and him saying that the defense he felt like was good. It was good, but when it wasn't good. It was good when you make some adjustments, but you know when your defense is not good is when the Celtics are getting second chance opportunities. You're supposed to play until the finish, meaning defense is not done until you secure that defensive rebound. They did not do that. They failed to do that. As much as Peyton Pritchard made tough shots, which he did, as much as Jaylen Brown made tough shots, which he did, how many second chance opportunities do we see Neemias Queta get? Kick out, wide open three, Sam Hauser. Kick out, wide open three, Derek White. Kick out, wide open three, Jaylen Brown. That's where the defense wasn't good. There was moments, there were spurts. Rui Hachimura was in his stance, keeping guys in front. Jake LaRavia was in his stance, keeping guys in front. But you got to play the whole 24-second shot clock. And that's what the Lakers failed to do. We've seen it. So JJ Redick can make the comments all he wants. He felt like the defense was good. But you see the frustration from what? Oh, another second chance opportunity. That's where the defense wasn't good. You can sit there and say that they did a good job of contesting jump shots, but you have to finish it all the way through. So I'm going to read some stuff in the YouTube chat because you guys are on fire in there. You guys are legit on fire. I see you guys in there very, very frustrated with DeAndre Ayton. And this is what we try to tell you guys as far as the Lakers did a great job as far as getting him for that asking price. But he's not enough to get the job done. When you run into a team who has a big man who is very, very active and engaged throughout the whole entire game, that's where trouble starts to come in for DeAndre Ayton. And what's to stop with this narrative that this Lakers team can sit there and outscore guys? I try to sit there, and I'm gonna call him out. I'm gonna call out that DeMarco Farr, love him very much, but this is where it leads me to as far as, hey, they can just sit there and just outscore teams. You have to be able to defend the rock. You have to. You have to be able to defend the basketball court. And it sucks because this is not the only team that Lakers are going to have troubles going into. Remember, there's other teams in the Western Conference, let alone, who are probably better than the Boston Celtics. And that's where the second half of the season worries me. The Lakers are now what? They're sitting 6th in the Western Conference. We sat there, and now we're in this narrative that, hey, they just need to avoid the play-in. Avoid the play-in. Is that where really we're at? Could I still believe that this Lakers team could finish top 5, top 4 in the Western Conference? But not if they're going to be playing games like that. Can there be some positives to take away? Yes, possibly so, in regards to the big three. And if they can stay on the basketball court together, so-called big three, LeBron, Luka, and Austin Reeves, they got to figure out how to take more pride on the defensive end of the floor. I understand that they're NBA players. I understand that they're going to sit there and complain to the referees. But that's where JJ Redick should have sat there and said, enough is enough. Stop bitching and complaining at the referees. While you guys are sitting there doing that, getting mad because you're not getting a foul call, you know what the other team is doing? They're getting out there and running. Lakers, once again, did not match the physicality. They did not They did not get the hustle plays like the Boston Celtics did. And they're 8-4. Their big three is 8-4. Four of their losses came to teams who have had or have better records than them. That is very, very concerning. There was a reason why LeBron James is going out there saying that they're not a championship level contending team. There was reasons why. LeBron James is going out there and saying that. You can make all the little bit of stuff. And honestly, I do feel bad to a certain extent with JJ Redick because his hands have been tied as far as going into this offseason. I'm not going to make the excuse. You got to get out there and try to get the most out of who do you have on this roster. But this roster, from start to finish, besides the big three, who else can you really, really rely on a consistent basis? And that's where the frustration comes out with JJ Redick. I understand he's trying to make a little adjustments here and there. The zone, I look good against other teams, but when you run up against a team like the Celtics, who can take advantage of that and exploit your weaknesses, it gets shown. James Worthy is going out there on Spectrum Sportsnet and calling his Lakers team out for a lack of physicality, a lack of energy, a lack of effort. We all can see it. And guess who's coming into town? The Orlando Magic team, who has been, honestly, up and down, up and down. They've been on a roller coaster. But I'm telling you guys right now, they are at the same level of physicalness as the Boston Celtics. So I've been a little negative in regards to this Lakers team because I like to be honest and I like to be critical as far as you need to get better, especially on the defensive end of the floor. But there is some positive as far as can they make a little bit of corrections in regards to their big three? Yes, they possibly can. The only way that they can get better throughout the second half of the season, and if they want to be considered real legit contenders in the Western Conference, you have to find a way to get more pride on the defensive end of the basketball court. You can't sit there and just rely on offense. You have to be able to gather collective stops. You have to be able to get your chest out there, keep guys in front. Don't allow guys to get to the basket every single time they want. We have to have an actual rim protector, a shot blocker who's able to change, not only if he doesn't get shot blocks, but change the trajectory of shots. That needs to be done. So, Orlando Magic coming into town. They're at Crypto.com Arena. Lakers have a chance to get back, get their act right, get back into the winning column, get all those tweaks, make those adjustments necessary, especially on the defensive end of the floor, master physicality, come out there right from the start with energy and effort. Stop worrying about the referees and play your game. Get out there and actually run, get back on transition defense. There's a lot of things that the Lakers team can get better at. And honestly, I feel like they will and they could. But it all starts with buying into the product and buying into your rotation. There's a lot of stuff that JJ Redick needs to get corrected. Rotation is just one of them. Getting the most out of his big three to buy into the defense on the floor, that's another thing. Being engaged for 48 minutes, that is another thing. So, with that being said, as you guys in the YouTube chat, very, very grateful and appreciative of you guys tuning in there. For myself and my guys in the back, I will be talking to you guys tomorrow. Got the Orlando Magic. I may have a special guest on tomorrow's episode, so be on the lookout for that. But for that, I'll be talking to you guys tomorrow. We out.
At Pechanga Resort Casino, you can rock and roll, sip and slide, twist and shout. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, official Indian gaming